Today, the name of the game is quick, easy, and inexpensive. I'll be showing you how to make one of my absolute favorite weeknight dishes. This is my recipe for shrimp scampi pasta. Meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen.
Like a wild animal. Damn.
That sauce is money.
The front end, the back end.
First step, my friends, to a proper shrimp scampi is to find some good quality shrimp, and that's exactly what we have here today. These are not peeled and deveined though, so we must do the leg work there. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is peel them first, and then I'll show you how to devein them, which is really easy. They actually have those little needle deveiners you can get on Amazon, but for those of you that don't want to waste any extra money, grab yourself a paring knife and cut down the back of the shrimp. And then here you have the vein. You want to remove that because that's the digestive tract and nobody wants to eat that. So there it is. It's gone. We'll add it back to the party in there, and then we'll go ahead and rinse those off, make sure they're nice and clean. Repeat that step for all of your shrimp, and then you'll have yourself some peeled, deveined, and clean shrimp for your shrimp scampi. Alright guys, while our spaghetti pasta is boiling away and cooking in some salty water, we're going to go ahead and prep the rest of our ingredients. For that, we need 2 shallots, a few cloves of garlic. I'm going to give a nice fine dice to all of this. We're also adding some capers to the party, some lemon. Shrimp scampi is incredibly flavorful, and there's really not a whole lot of ingredients needed for it. Shrimp can also be found usually on sale for a reasonable price for the most part, depending on where you live. And overall, this is a nice weeknight option that won't really break the bank. And it comes together nice and easy. It's also lighter than most, pastas. It's a wine and butter sauce instead of like a heavy Alfredo or cream-based sauce. So this is a good way to switch it up, keep it a little bit on the lighter side, and still enjoy a nice flavorful bowl of pasta. Alright, first up is the shallot. I like to leave the root intact because it's a little bit easier to prepare. I'm going to make slices in one direction, and then I'm going to chop in the other direction. I like to leave the shallot pieces a little bit larger for this, just so I can make sure that I get some in my bite with the pasta. So not a fine dice, really more of like a rough dice. It's a very uniquely shaped shallot here. Alright, nice rough chop, rough dice, whatever you want to call it. Want to get a good half cup or so of shallot. So if you don't have shallot, you can use onions. Whatever you have in the pantry will get the job done. Yellow onion, white onion, whatever you got. Even red onion would work here. Always cook your pasta per package instructions, and always heavily salt your pasta water. We're actually use a little bit of that pasta water because it has some starchy content to it. That's going to help thicken our sauce a little bit along with the butter emulsification. There we go. Shallot prep is done, and we're going to move on to the garlic. So the easiest way to do this is take the flat end of your blade, smash it down a little bit. That'll help release it from the skin. And just peel that skin right on off with the garlic. And we'll give that a good dice as well. Alright guys, next up we're going to go ahead and cook our shrimp. For that we need 1 to 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 tablespoon of avocado oil for the high smoke point. Prevent the butter from burning as fast. We still get all that flavor because butter and shrimp just work together. So we're going in with our shrimp. We're looking for some beautiful color on these shrimp. We're going to pull them once they get that color and then finish cooking them later once we add everything else. But we're going to get the party started with the shrimp because I want to get some of that shrimp flavor in that sauce. That way you get the flavor profile from the shrimp. It'll kind of add a lot of that seafood element to the scampi sauce. So that's what we're going for here. So get the shrimp in there. Try not to overcrowd your skillet too bad. A couple minutes per side until they start to turn pink. Beautiful color. Flip them. Show the other side some love. Then get them out of there. Now once you got the shrimp right where you want them, we're to go ahead and remove them from the skillet. Kill the heat so we don't burn up our butter too bad. And then, my friends, we're going in with the shallot and the garlic that we minced up earlier. Find your scraper. In goes the shallot, followed quickly by the garlic. And then we can turn the heat back on, that way we don't scorch our garlic and shallot. It's at this point you want to go ahead and add in your lemon zest. I'm using the zest of an entire lemon and some lemon juice. We're going to get some more avocado oil in the pan. Give all this a little time to saute and soften up. Smelling good already. A touch of red pepper flakes just for a pop of heat. Totally optional for those of you guys that don't enjoy any spice. Then we're going in with some chicken bouillon powder. My AP seasoning. A little fresh chopped parsley. And then one of my favorite ingredients, some capers. Add a little bit of the juice and a few tablespoons up to a 1/4 cup of capers. Capers are a little briny. They got the acidity kind of like a lemon. Great flavor. If you've never tried them, they're great in a recipe like this. If you've had chicken piccata, you probably have had them before. But at this point, we're going to go ahead and add in the fresh lemon juice. Good tablespoon or 2 of that. Tons of freshness in this recipe. Then I'm going to take that pasta water that we preserved, add that to the party as well, about a 1/4 cup. And then I'm adding in a good cup of dry white wine. I'm going to bring that to a boil, let the wine cook off, emulsify a little butter, add our pasta and our shrimp, garnish, plate it up. Once the wine has had a chance to cook off a little bit, we're going to add in about a 1/2 stick of butter. Kill the heat and just constantly stir it to kind of emulsify that right on into the sauce. Give it a taste. Make sure you taste as you go. Adjust the flavor to your preference. And then it's at this point we're going to go ahead and add in our cooked spaghetti. Use whatever pasta you like. Linguine works well here. Thin spaghetti, angel hair. Really whatever your preference is. We're going to go ahead and get that in there to finish cooking in the sauce. Add the shrimp, and then we're going to plate this up. Now, my friends, it's time to plate this up. I like these tongs right here for pasta presentation. You can get a good twirl on them, get some height to your plate. For spaghetti, you can lay it flat, but for this particular recipe, I'm going to try to get a little spin like so. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But all we're looking for is a little bit of height for presentation purposes. So give it a twirl. And then just let it kind of build right off the top. There you go. You can kind of place your shrimp wherever you prefer. And then we'll take a ladle and spoon this sauce right over the top. Try to find your prettiest shrimp for the top. All right, folks, now we're going to plate this up with a little extra sauce the way the good Lord intended. This is the part where I say, brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. The only thing left to do is grab my fork and dig in for the taste test. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, folks. We have capers. We got perfectly cooked pasta. We've got shallot. We've got butter. And we got shrimp. What more could you ask for? Just trying to make a mess here. Moment of truth.
You can eat, it's light, so you eat about 4 bowls of these.
This is crazy. No,
That sauce though.
it's perfect.
There's no capers.
Yeah. Yeah, watch this video again. I gotta make this week. This is fire.